dude, you're getting it.
Starlink.
Hey guys, welcome back to Montana. In today's video, I'm going to be installing and trying out Starlink satellite internet. Here's the giant box. I'll be opening with this Benchmade today. So they've got some very futuristic looking IKEA directions in here. I download the app, go outside, don't touch the dish. And it's easier for me to understand that because I've actually seen a video on it. But then the dish is going to look for a satellite to move. And then we can connect it up to power and a router. And then look for it with the phone. Behind the IKEA instructions, I was expecting something more dramatic than that. But it looks like it's just plastic packaging. Whew, okay, cool. So here is the base plate. You can mount this on the ground. I'm sure you can mount it other places too, but they do sell like different types of roof mounts if you want to do that. Because we're moving, I'm not going to roof mount it here, but it is something I would consider elsewhere. We have the router, pretty cool looking, with the cable and power supply. So it's power over Ethernet. And then this cable, I believe this is a 100-foot cable. This would be interesting. It's supposed to be 100 feet. And back in the day, I think you could do 300 feet with Ethernet. I think that's still the issue before you have to boost it. I have seen others that have possibly lengthened this cable and boosted it. So that might be an option. I guess if you've got a good repeater with power over Ethernet, you'd probably be fine without having any signal loss. But I wonder if that affects it. But this is a 100-foot cable. And it is actually hardwired to the dish, it looks like. So you're not going to be able to swap out this cable. It would be nice to see them not do that and have a cable here, but I wonder if they do that to make sure that it works, that you're not using some incompatible cable. And a brick. So you're probably going to want to mount this, you know, inside somewhere, definitely somewhere that's not going to get wet. You know, if you have a mud room or something and this comes in, or an attic space, then this will run down to the actual router, and then this can run to your system. So let's get this out of the box. It's nice that they have a simple black and white, black cable outside and then the white cable for the inside. Not really going to mess that up. And then I'm assuming this is a bridge. You can bridge into an existing router. So I thought it might be screws or something, but literally just some detents. Now I already have internet here. I actually have DSL. It's 2 lines of DSL. Bonded, so that gets me around 80 MIPS, which is nothing for those of you in the cities, but it's actually pretty fast for out here. So right now I don't need Starlink at this address, but we just sold this house and we're moving. We still haven't bought a new house, but one of the limiting factors for us is internet availability. So I'm hoping that I can use this to connect to work. I work as a digital art director for an agency. I've been doing this stuff for over 20 years. Normal VPN won't work because the latency with traditional satellites, which are, I believe, in geosynchronous orbit, they basically have to fake the internet packets, so VPN doesn't work. Their server looks up the website, hangs on to it until they can touch you, then they serve it to you. So VPN doesn't tunnel that way, at least from my understanding of it. So this being the low Earth orbit, there's much lower latency, and I believe you can VPN through it. Starlink has a 30-day return policy, so if VPN doesn't work, I'm going to return it, and then if we decide to buy a house closer to on-grid, I won't need it either. But I'm hoping it'll work out. And even then, if the speeds are fast and reliable, I could still use it here and cancel my DSL service. Another home we lived in here in Montana, we had long-range Wi-Fi, which was basically a Wi-Fi antenna on the side of our house that looked at a pole that was a couple kilometers away, and we had Wi-Fi through there, and it was $120 a month, so that was way more expensive. So even if this only tops out at 80 MIPS, which it's supposed to go more than that, and I think they're supposed to upgrade it this year, it'll be a win-win. My concerns and questions at this point are, will it work with cloud cover? Like I said, will it work with VPN? And what kind of outage downtime is there? They did say there would be downtime, but everything I've read online says the middle of the night and not long at all. So now that the dish is together, I'm gonna get some boots on and we'll go outside, see if we can't find a clear spot to get this linked up. I'm just gonna run my cable out this door here temporarily to see if it works. So I've got a real big clearing over here that has a good view of the sky. But I also have this right outside my office. I think it'd be better to not have to run the cable as far. Obviously not because the data is not going to be different. The cable is the same length, but just so I don't have to go chasing after it if something goes wrong. or if the wind gets it or something, it'll be right here. In the app, they have an AR feature where you can point at the sky and try and find a satellite. So let's try and do that now. So I've got the dish set back a little bit. It's going to tilt along that axis. So I'm going to get the wire plugged in. There it goes. It's turning now. Oh, it's moving again. Oh yeah, wow. Wow. I just ran a speed test with Starlink and I'm getting 180 MIPS. So if this works, I'm probably gonna keep this. This is fast. So speed test on that's a little slower at 96 megs, which Starlink's at 180, but I am getting 16.5 up, which is about twice as fast as I get with my DSL. So it looks like I'm getting around 100 MIPS down and around 16 up. Although the first test was at 180 MIPS, the second was at 140, and 120 is still much faster than my DSL for only 20 bucks a month. So now the real test is, can I VPN through it? The Starlink router is pretty basic and just has one little LED on it. Got some varying speeds, anywhere from 80 to 160 MIPS. Fine by me. Even the slowest upload I got was 10, so that's still just as fast as my DSL. But with the potential to go much faster. And that's just on Wi-Fi. So I'm going to try hooking it up to wired and see how that works now. And the most important part, VPN works. Now, I can't show you because I've got proprietary stuff on here, but know that it works for me. We're using Barracuda network access and VPN works. So far, I'm impressed. Installation was simple. Just had to run a couple wires, plug it in. I wouldn't see it being hard for anyone else who's really interested in this sort of thing or even knows about it. I wouldn't expect, you know, a grandparent who isn't tech savvy to even know it existed, but even if they did, all they have to do is plug it in and it works. So far, our speeds are pretty fast. I'm getting different results on speedtest.net versus fast or whatever the other one is. And then also those results vary from desktop to my mobile device. So we'll see how that works out over time. Stay tuned. I'll be testing this more rigorously over the next few weeks, make sure it's actually a viable solution for us in the long run. I don't see why not. The only thing that would keep me from doing it would be downtime. But again, from everything I've seen, it seems like downtime is minimal, perhaps satellite reboots or other things. Although Starlink does say that in 2021, there may be some more downtime. And my guess is that they're going to be more robustly upgrading their network infrastructure. Also, Starlink tech support was very responsive. I had a question about moving and they got back to me pretty quickly on that. Again, this isn't a sponsored video. I'm spending my own money and time on this and just kind of hoping it'll work out. So hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see some more. Again, I plan on making an update video with my experience after a few weeks. But sincerely, thanks for watching. May God bless you, and we'll see you in the next one.